Hi everybody, my name is Donna. I am an early childhood music specialist, and this is another video for adults who want to bring music into the lives of young children, whether you're parent, caregiver, early childhood educator, or other professional who works in early childhood. Hopefully this helps you bring some ideas. And today I want to talk about finger plays because this is a big part of early childhood music programming. And the reason why we do so much of this, of these little songs with our fingers, is because it's fantastic for child development for a lot of reasons. Number one, it helps with fine motor development. So this is just something, we talk a lot about fine motor when we're talking about child development. So this is just another activity to help them to get those fingers moving. And then, of course, fine motor development is an extremely important skill for when they are starting to learn an instrument, especially with piano. Especially I find because I also teach introductory piano, and I find just isolating those fingers can be really tricky for young children. So it helps to kind of bring some awareness in there, and also of course violin or guitar, same thing. They need to isolate those fingers. Recorder or clarinet when they get older. Doing woodwind instruments. That's a big part of playing in instruments is fine motor. The other reason why finger plays are so good, lots of repetition, because they often have, five little monkeys or five little gentlemen, all kinds of these little finger plays where you're repeating this. There's a reason for it. It's because when you're repeating that same song over and over again, it helps them to learn it. Repetition is so good for learning. But the other thing with young children, their attention spans, they don't always like to have the same thing over and over. So the fact that you're moving on to the next finger and the next finger and you're telling a story, this is something that is very tangible to them. It helps make that repetition more accessible. The other thing that it helps as a musical skill is location awareness. So knowing where you are. So when I'm doing with these children, I'll say something like, if I'm doing five little monkeys, okay, we go to the next one. Where are we now? Where are we now? And it's so that they learn to be aware of where they are in the song. Because if you're a professional musician, this is something that we can still struggle with. Well, what verse am I on now? Which section are we at, right? So it helps with that skill. And of course, the other thing that it's really great for is embodied learning. Anything where we can have children experience it with their body is just another way to help them understand that concept, to understand a song. It's fun, it helps with their imagination, it's creative. So yeah, and probably the best place to get ideas for finger plays, I think, is talking to other people and finding out what they grew up with. But another book that I just want to recommend, this is Finger Plays and Action Songs, and it's by a fantastic music educator called John M. I hope I'm saying this right. Faraband, I think. There's his name there. He's so amazing. So he has a lot of these books that are just so fantastic because they're accessibly priced. You can get them at your favorite bookstore or your not so favorite bookstore if that's what you have access to. But I really recommend this one. It's got so many, and a lot of them you might look and say, oh yes, I remember that from when I was 5. But it just helps so much to help that. And there's a score in here if you read to help you to remember that melody. I recommend that as well if you're looking for finger plays. And I also wrote a little one for winter that I'd like to share with you today. So here it goes like this. 5 little snowflakes falling from the sky. One flew left, then flew right, then it flew away from sight. 4 little snowflakes falling from the sky. One flew left, then flew right, then it flew away from sight. 3 little, I'm just going to pause here for 3. Sometimes children will do this and sometimes they'll do this. So you want to see what they're most comfortable with. All right, here we go again. 3 little snowflakes falling from the sky. 1 flew left, then flew right, then it flew away from sight. How many are left now? 2. 2 little snowflakes falling from the sky. 1 flew left, then flew right, then it flew away from sight. 1 little snowflake falling from the sky. 1 flew left, then flew right, then it flew away from sight. Then all the snowflakes went to sleep for the night. Bye.